Oftentimes in life, an anticipated change turns out to be an even greater unexpected blessing. In 2005, after nearly 20 years of serving as an administrator in 3 local school districts, I came back full circle to where I began my journey in public education in the role of a 6th grade teacher. And in my return to the classroom, I was introduced to the Advancement via Individual Determination College Readiness System. And this discovery once again reminded me of the importance of making a difference in the lives of our students. My involvement with AVID also freed me to rediscover my voice, a voice that had been muted for decades, a voice for students and a voice for parents, particularly those who are unable to speak for themselves. The majority of my career has been in my hometown of Stockton, California. And although our nation has experienced increased levels of inequity in wealth and income over the past 40 years, these gaps are significantly pronounced in our city and within the entire San Joaquin Valley. The lack of educational opportunities resulting in the diminished educational level of our residents are cited as the primary reasons. I am no stranger to the pain of unfulfilled potential, as my life has been sandwiched between generations of missed educational opportunities. My parents were unable to further their education after high school due to the culture of work. My Sicilian grandfather, for all his infinite wisdom about life, he didn't believe his daughter needed to be educated. So my mother went to work at 18 for the remainder of her time on earth. My father was born in the small village of Burson in Calaveras County, and he was forced to leave his home at 18 to fend for himself in the larger city of Stockton. Frustration and anger due to his inability to further his educational dreams were central themes throughout his life. I often think of my parents and the sacrifice that they made to allow me and my 4 siblings to have the opportunity to attend college. However, in our next generation, when I was running around 5 nights a week in an attempt to be the greatest high school administrator possible, my beloved son chose not to complete his high school education. I do understand the consequences of unfulfilled potential. A lifelong advantage can only be gained through education, and the AVID system provides this advantage. After 38 years, my belief in the absolute necessity in public education has never been stronger. Education is our only road to the common democratic goal of equal opportunity for all. As my 6th grade students worked on a poster last year, they wrote, "If there is no equality for all, there is no equality at all." Nationally, only 8 out of 100 students born into poverty attend a 4-year college. But 2016 statistics show that over 94% of 4-year AVID seniors not only complete the A through G requirements, but they also attend college. This is accomplished despite 2 out of every 3 students that are AVID seniors born into poverty. This is proven achievement, resulting in a lifelong advantage. Failure is never solely the responsibility of the student or of the system. However, all of us in this room, we who have the ability to change the system, we must make it possible for all students to reach their potential. Just as students need to take advantage of their opportunity, we as educators have a far greater responsibility to create and nurture these opportunities. My years as a high school and middle school administrator and my experience as a father have led me to believe that there are 2 things that limit student progress. One is the lack of organizational ability, and the other is the absence of hope. During my initial turn back to the elementary school classroom, I struggled to place organizational systems in without the results I desired. I knew what our students needed, but I wasn't able to provide the instruction that was needed. This all changed when the Avid elementary system was introduced to our elementary school site. And I knew I'd been handed a gift to make a long-lasting difference in the lives of our students. The Avid College Readiness System delivers hope to those who never believed they had a chance for higher education. It is ironic that the process for application to higher education now has become more complex. Those without access are further disadvantaged. I know it's hard to believe now, but my college application in the fall of 1973 consisted of a handwritten application and a handwritten essay, on binder paper no less. Within the past few years alone, the process has become increasingly complex and competitive, leaving those without guidance further out in the cold. Not one of us in this room today got involved in public education to promote the achievement, opportunity, and access gaps that exist within our educational system. But despite our collective efforts, these gaps remain. The Avid College Readiness System is a bridge to close these gaps. Avid is an interrupter of poverty and a path to choice. Each one of us present today has an essential role in creating equal opportunities for all, inherent in the goals of public education and in a properly functioning democratic society. District administrators, superintendents, assistant superintendents, administrative directors, you have the ability to promote the Avid system throughout all your school sites and grade levels, from kindergarten to the senior year in high school. Your challenge is to support your principals and to eliminate any barriers towards Avid implementation. Avid implementation is more than allocating funds for the program. It requires your belief, your support, and your commitment. Principals, it's your mission to assure that quality instruction is occurring in all your classrooms. Without your active involvement and support, Avid implementation is going to be occurring only in a few isolated classrooms with a few dedicated teachers. Your participation on the Avid site team and the insistence of program articulation between a scope and sequence occurring within the grade levels are keys to student success. To my fellow classroom teachers, each one of us in this room have the ability to be that one teacher, the teacher that made the difference in the life of a student. The importance of our relationships can never be diminished, and we know that Avid strategies support these relationships. We make the difference with individual students as we have the opportunity to open and engage their minds to discovery. Students, and my grandson's over there, you have the potential for an amazing life if you're willing to trust the process and to work hard. Collectively, we have an opportunity to change the face of public education by bridging the access and achievement gaps. I have no doubt that the Avid College Readiness System will continue to grow exponentially, change the way we deliver educational opportunities, bring hope to generations, and increase equity in public education. Not all of our students have a place at the table yet, so it's up to us to build that bigger table. I believe if we discover and if we engage together through Avid, more and more students will succeed. Thank you.